In October 2021, Factory 5 made their last significant public announcement about the F9, but after that update, silence. And for fans eagerly awaiting news, it started to feel like the F9 might be slipping into automotive limbo. Questions filled forums, blogs, and social media. Did they hit a roadblock? Was the project canceled? And the biggest question of all, would the F9 ever see the light of day? Well, today we'll be throwing more light on these questions and giving a significant update to what you already know. Let's dive in. So when Factory 5 first introduced the F9, it was presented as the halo car of affordable exotics, a vehicle with the potential to redefine the kit car industry. And so, in a space that was already dominated by luxury automakers and eye-watering price tags, here was a chance for regular enthusiasts to experience supercar performance without needing a seven-figure bank account. Factory 5 didn't just want to create another sports car with the F9, they were saying performance and styling don't have to be out of reach. And they meant business. The F9 wasn't going to be some half-baked project. It was going to be something extraordinary, something that could hold its own against supercars with a full carbon fiber body, unheard of in the kit car industry, keeping it lightweight and lean. Factory 5's team, led by head honcho Dave Lindsey, set the bar high from the start, and in October 2021, Factory 5 made their last significant public announcement about the F9. They proudly shared that the car had earned 6 design patents and trademarks covering names like the F9, F9R, a racing model, and F9E, an electric variant. The company even had a functioning prototype at the time, and they'd taken it out for track and wind tunnel tests to make sure it wasn't just all show, it had to perform. But after that update, silence. For fans eagerly awaiting news, it started to feel like the F9 might be slipping into automotive limbo. Questions filled forums, blogs, and social media. Did they hit a roadblock? Was the project canceled? And the biggest question of all, would the F9 ever see the light of day? Then finally, a glimmer of news came from Factory 5. Dave Lindsey, the head of Factory 5, recently shed some light on the F9 situation. He was honest, straightforward even. The F9 was still very much in the works, but it wasn't a top priority at the moment. For now, the F9 is on the back burner, with Factory 5 focusing its energy on other projects. And the reason for the delay, they're simply not ready to roll out a car that doesn't meet their high standards. Let's get more context on what I mean here.
The F9 right now, if you come on a tour, I'll pull a car cover off, the coolest car that's not been built. And the reason is, I don't like the nose.
Lindsey admitted that he and his team needed more time to perfect the styling. In particular, they were rethinking the car's front end. Keep in mind, the original design of the F9 came from Phil Frank, the mind behind the iconic Saleen S7. Frank's design had a sleek, aggressive front end that looked every bit the part of a supercar, but real-world testing told a different story. The team discovered that while the front looked good, it wasn't as functional as they had hoped. It didn't generate enough downforce at higher speeds, which in turn affected the car's stability and performance. So Factory 5 went back to the drawing board and even had to redo the design of the bumper to improve aerodynamics. Yet the new bumper clashed with the rest of the car's aesthetic. It just looked, well, not as good as they had hoped. They weren't going to release a car that looked half-finished or mismatched, even if it delayed the project. Now, in the real world, remember, arguably, aesthetics are almost as important as performance. Take the new ZR1 Corvette, for example. It's got a lot of records to its name, but folks still think it ugly, and Factory 5 wanted the F9 to be nothing less than stunning from every angle. Another piece of the F9 puzzle that's still missing is the interior. According to Factory 5, they haven't completed the interior design yet, and that's no small task. They estimate it could take another 6 months just to get it right. As we all know, an interior isn't simply about throwing in seats and a dashboard. It has to fit, what do I say, the car's overall vibe, personality, and functionality. Factory 5 wants the F9 to offer an immersive experience. They're taking their time because the car's cockpit is as crucial as its exterior. It's where the driver will feel the power, control, and exhilaration. It just has to feel right. So where does that leave us? Dave Lindsey did say plainly that there's no way the F9 will go into production in 2023, and we saw that come true, didn't we? He said the earliest we might see it is 2024, assuming everything goes smoothly.
At best, 2024 on the F9. That's just the way it is.
No, but now, obviously, barely 2 months until the year is over, and still we have nothing. But see, guys, here's the thing. This doesn't mean the car will never show up. In fact, here's a comment on a post about a year ago on the F9. That's right, be rest assured. For how long? Well, until they get everything correct exactly as they need it to be. So that, in essence, could mean at the earliest a 2025 debut. For many fans, that's a long wait, but there's a silver lining. Factory 5 has confirmed that they still intend to make the F9 an affordable supercar build, which could make it one of the most exciting cars to hit the kit car market in years. The final price, however, will depend on whether they go with the exposed carbon fiber body. If they can pull this off, it would be a first in the industry. A full carbon fiber exterior on a budget-friendly kit car. This would place the F9 in a league of its own, a unique offering that's both accessible and packed with high-end materials typically reserved for cars with sky-high prices. While delays are naturally always frustrating, Factory 5's dedication to getting it right is a good sign. They're not rushing to push an unfinished product out the door just to meet a timeline. They're committed to building something that can stand proudly in the company's lineup. The F9 is still out there waiting to make its debut. Maybe it's under a car cover in the Factory 5 workshop right now, its design evolving with each passing month, and maybe, just maybe, when it finally does see the light of day, it will be everything enthusiasts dreamed of. A supercar that's fast, affordable, and one you can build in your own garage. So if you're an F9 fan, keep the faith. Factory 5 is still working on bringing this ambitious project to life one piece at a time, and when it's finally ready, the F9 could be worth every minute of the wait.